What are the expectations for you guys this year?
Obviously, to win state, just play strong and finish.
You guys struggled a little bit last year, but perennial, you guys have been pretty good. How do you kind of get back to the winning ways?
This starts with practice. Preparation is key. In practice, doing the little things. The little things always count. This starts in practice.
Did it make you mad a little bit with the way last year turned out, and how does that motivate you this year?
Yeah, it made me kind of mad a little bit. How our season ended short last year, but this year, I think we're gonna turn it around because we're bringing more intensity in practice.
Okay. What are the strengths of this team?
Really, the defensive side of the ball. We bring it up a notch. We got a lot of experience in the defensive backfield, so I think we should be pretty good.
This SAC, full of tough defenses. How much pride do you take in trying to be one of the best?
I take a lot of pride in that. Being the best defense in SAC, it means a lot. Especially coming out of Luers football, that's what we're about.
Yeah, Luers defenses has all been perennial good.
Yeah.
How much do you look at guys from the past to use as examples?
I look at, my cousin Kenny Mola and Jalen Smith and them. I just think back, look at what they did. Just look at our team and see what we can do and see what they did. Help us, watching old film, look at it now, stuff like that.
What would define success for Luers this year?
Define success, just being a team, being more of leaders to the younger classmen, stuff like that.
Okay. What are the expectations for Luers this year?
We just got to go to state. That's our expectation every year because that's how our program's always been. So,
down year last year, does that make you mad? Does that motivate you?
I think it definitely motivates us and just gives us an edge this year to play for every game and just get back games we could have had last year. So,
how do you make those improvements? The little plays, the big things. How do you make it?
Just started this off season doing the little things every practice and focusing on just getting better every day at practice and no days off. So,
how much do you look back at examples? Obviously Jalen came out to a practice here. How much do you look at past examples, past players, as something to build on from this year?
I think that's a big part of our program, just alumni coming back and raising the bar and helping us see what examples are, how we should play our game.
Does seeing something like that, seeing a guy like Jalen come back, does that make you want to be better?
Yeah, for sure. It makes us definitely motivated and just want to impress and show what we can do.
What are the strengths of this team?
Definitely our running game, I'd say. We have two of the best running backs in the SAC, and our defense really come together too this year. So,
when you play in the SAC, you're playing tough teams week in, week out. How does that help you?
It really helps us just find our strengths and weaknesses and build each week, so we're not facing anyone that's easy. So,
what would define success for you guys this year?
Taking state, I think.
It's as simple as that?
Yeah.
What are the expectations for you guys this year?
Expectations right now are to get better every day. We're not very experienced. We're relatively young. We have smaller junior and senior classes than usual. We have a huge sophomore class. So learning the game, understanding the game better, our goals, expectations are to show up every day with energy, with enthusiasm, with a willingness to get better, and to the kids' credit, they've had a heck of a summer doing that. They're very coachable. With that said, there's some deficiencies looking at it from right now, heading into the season that we have. A lack of experience being probably at the top. But if you do the small things well, and if you are coachable and you want to learn, sometimes, most often, that will overcome or help you overcome those deficiencies. So, in terms of win-loss, it's hard to say. These are our goals. These are expectations. All the kids are aware of the expectations when you put the Luers uniform on, in terms of how you play the game. You play it with passion, with hustle and desire. The expectations in the community are to see that, but they're also, they want championships. And the kids know that, and ultimately, we're looking at long term. Our goal is to win a state championship. There's no hiding that. There shouldn't be something any player, any coach hides. To achieve that goal, we're going to have a lot of work to do, and it's not going to happen if the kids aren't willing to buy in and work every day. And so far this summer, we've been willing to do that.
You talked about the youth, but also the fact that they might not have experience, but they'll take their lumps. Is that something as a coach that you relish, that not only will they grow, but you get to help them get to where they want to be?
Oh yeah, it's exciting to see kids grow, to see a team grow. Like you said, there will be some lumps, whether they're individually or collectively as a team. You know, looking at it, if I were a non-partisan, bystander, I had no dog in the say, I would look at this team, and in fact, even right now, I get asked all the time, "Hey, what's the outlook on the season?" I tell people this: we could be 7-2 or 2-7. So, again, just going back to the point of trying to get better individually from a player standpoint, and then collectively as a team on a daily basis. That's got to be our goal. And you know, I really feel like this is maybe the most coachable group that we've had, at least in my 5 years. This will be my 5th. So with that, I think we will see growth. We'll see ourselves getting better.
All right. You talked about the Luers uniform, and obviously Jalen came back this offseason. How much do you point to maybe past successes, past players, as motivation for these kids?
All the time. You can't talk about Luers football and talk about expectations for the kids if you don't have those examples to use. You know, that was a really cool thing when Jalen came back and surprised even me, surprised the kids at camp. But you know, on a weekly basis, the kids will they'll hear. They might hear it every day. It probably comes to our mouth so often we don't even realize it. You know, that's always a part of a Friday night, playing for that guy before you, looking down at the number and reflecting on, you know, who wore that number before you. We like to remind the kids that there are people in the stands that had that jersey on, that want to see them hustling, doing the small things. And then again, collectively, I think if kids have that in mind and have a respect for the tradition of the program and a willingness to get better right now for this season, then we could have a lot of fun.